Good afternoon, God's people. How's everyone doing today? It's a beautiful day in Chicago. I'm sitting in my garage waiting on Home Depot to bring me my delivery, so I figured I'd give you all a small synopsis of history for the last 6,000 years, maybe in 10 minutes. This is a message to and for Kwame Brown and all of the black men that stand up to be black men and see that there are always a resistance toward us moving forward to bring manhood to a state where it should be. Kwame, you asked the question why they're attacking you. You mentioned, could it be coding and trading? That could be. You also bring black men on your platform and give them a voice to be heard about our problems that's going on within the inner city and throughout America as black men. That's part of it too. Also, you always allow the small businesses to come on your platform and share their businesses. That's another thing. But the main thing that I see from my 55 years of being here in America and studying history for the last 6,000 years, I see a pattern. And the pattern that I see, you always mention the youth. Anyone that mentions the youth is an enemy to the enemy. Example, I could go back to Adam in the garden. I know a lot of y'all don't like religion or politics, but those are the two things that's controlling us and keeping us down. So let's start with religion. 4,000 years ago, Moses was born. And Pharaoh and his wicked council got together and said, come, let us deal wisely with them before they multiply, join on to an enemy of ours, and come against us. Who were they talking about? We know they was black people, but they were talking about the youth. So the plan was to kill all of the firstborn male children of the Hebrew babies. That's important, the youth. Let's go to Jesus, 2,000 years ago. When Jesus was born, King Herod set out a similar plan because they wanted to kill this baby, and they didn't know exactly where or who the baby would be born from. So they set out a plot to kill all of the children 2 years and under. Again, killing the youth. Now here we are 2,000 years later. Kwame, you're mentioning the youth. And the enemy doesn't like that. He doesn't want anyone to interfere with his slaves. And when I say slaves, I mean black people. And the reason I say that is because if you have a product that never took a loss, that always was prosperous and maintained its wealth, if I die and leave it to you, then why would you change it? That would be ignorant. You wouldn't change it. All you would do is update it and modernize it. Slavery was never abolished. It was modernized, and it was put into a way where we think that we are free, but we're not. Emancipation, to free from one's hands, but not from one's control. Okay. When Jesus was born, they plotted to kill the youth again. So here we are, 2,000 years later. Who died in the streets? And anyone that went after the youth, Martin Luther King, Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Noble Jew Ali, you can go on. You can just read the list, run the list. And everyone that always came after the youth always got attacked. You get attacked because the youth are our future. They always said in their songs, the children are the future. But when you try to connect with the children, they attack you. It's the same tactics that they used on the slave plantation. They will kill us, the elders, who was wise, who could teach our children the name of Allah or the name of Yahweh or any of our native languages. They will kill us, spare the child. Why you spare the child? So you can raise the child up and not brainwash. I hear a lot of y'all say they brainwashing us. No, they programmed us. The word brainwash, look at it, brainwash. If someone washed your brain, then you wouldn't have the wicked thoughts that you have. We wouldn't treat each other the way we treat each other because our brains are washed. Jesus said to wash something means to clean it. Our minds are not clean. You can tell by the actions that we carry out on the daily basis. So this is a plot that they've been planning for the last 6,000 years and maybe longer, is to destroy our youth. Because if we would have sacrificed one generation, our youth would be in power today. But we are afraid. Most of us are cowards. We'll sit on YouTube, we'll get on some kind of social media site, and we'll express how we truly feel, but that's not how we truly feel because you're not doing nothing to reflect that in your actions. See, so now what we doing is we helping them carry out their plan because they know, like you always say, Kwame, they can't come out and say the things that they want to say, so they use black people to say the things that they cannot say, or they'll be attacked. But when we say it to one another, it's all right, because the black man ain't worth nothing anyway. So, I said all that to say this. I'm with you. Keep doing what you're doing. God is with you. I see it. All you have to do is stay focused. I made a video months ago and I said, all you need is a good team. Allah is sending you a good team. Use it wisely and stay focused on what you came on YouTube for. Because I watched you on Facebook and you're doing the same thing. Stay strong and don't let them knock you down. You know how to do it. You've been doing this for how many years? You came in the league at 18. That was a young man. And you had all these trials and tribulations and everybody attacking you. I know how that feels. That's why when you came on talking about Mama's Cooking, I gravitated it toward it so quickly because I understand Mama's Cooking. Again, I'm gonna mention, I don't like to talk about everything. I like to talk about personal things and keep it real because I'm a real person. I'm not phony at all. What you see is what you get. But again, I'm gonna talk about my mom. I was 13 years old, standing holding my mother's hand. And some guys was fighting down the street, and one of them jumped in the car and drove off. And the other guy started shooting at him and shot my mom. It still hurts after all these years. So I understand how you feel, especially when Mr. Skinny said he's gonna piss on your mother's gravesite. I wanted to cut his throat right there. And I know this is YouTube. I know the feds and everyone else is listening. But so what? I'm telling you personally what I wanted to do. I'm not going to do it. This is not a threat. But you don't know what people go through. See, I tell a lot of people, if it wasn't for Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, I would have done a lot of things because I was very angry at God, people, especially black people, black men, my father. I was angry. So I understand Mama's Cooking. My mother taught me how to sew, how to cook, how to clean, how to respect people, how not to judge people because of their race or their color, but their content. She taught me things that I see people today don't even know. And she got killed in 1979. I was one of those children that grew up without a mother. Watched her get killed in my face. So I understand as a youth growing up in America, especially in the heart of the city of Chicago, in the ghetto, the projects, having to fight to get out of the building to go to school, and then had to fight at school on my way back home. Two different gangs. I was in neither. So I was a target until I started whooping ass. And then some of the gang members wanted to gravitate toward me, but I'm not that type of leader. Yeah, I was in the street, wow, did it all. But I grew with wisdom and knowledge, and I understand this devil's plan on how he's attacking the youth, why he's attacking the youth. His days are up. His numbers don't add up. His 6,000-year period is gone. See, our problem is we say that we are woke, but we're blind. A lot of us are woke, but you blind as hell. You can't see who the devil is. And that reminds me of the book of Job. When he say the sons of God came to meet with God and the devil was also with them. And they didn't even know that they was hanging out with Satan. That's deep. So watch who you're hanging out with. Because in the Quran, Satan says that I'm going to come after them on all four sides. I'm going to pretend that I'm their friend. I'm going to come behind their back once they do something. I'm going to come behind them and try to destroy them. I'm going to come on both sides of them. So they're going to always attack you, Kwame. You got to stay focused. And you're doing a good job of it. I'm proud of you. I'm not that much older than you. I'm 55. I know you just made 40. But I look at you like the little brother I never had. A lot of you guys are my little brothers. And I respect y'all. And I treat you like brothers. No matter what you have done, no matter what sin you have committed. I'm no angel. I've done it all. I got a bullet in my back that's probably older than most of the people that's watching this video. I done things. And I was homeless. I sat on the train the other day just to reminisce on how it feels. So I would never lose. I would stay in tune and in touch with how it feels to lose everything. Because I got this big house now. I got this lovely, everything I have. But people don't realize that I was riding the train. Yeah. I was riding the train. I lost everything. I lost over $250,000 like overnight. It was like I was on Wall Street. I went through divorce. And I lost money. I lost a lot of things. I lost everything. And I still had my car. So I didn't care. I said, okay, I'm going to sleep in my car. I still had a little money. I'm going to sleep in my car for a minute, get my mind together and see, what kind of strategy I can come up with, to do what I need to do. They towed my car with all my clothes in it, everything I had, my jewelry I had left, the little money I had left. So I rode the train. And it didn't hit me until one day the attendant woke me up and said, it's the end of the line, you have to get off. That was the day I felt homelessness. And every day since then, I've been helping homeless people. I've been helping black people. I've been helping everyone. And I didn't blame God. I realized that day that God took everything from me so he could humble me. Not only humble me, that I can see what it is to have things and appreciate life. I was arrogant. You couldn't tell me nothing. Hair was down my back. I had braids like Kwame had when he was 18. And I had money. I drove every kind of car. I dated every kind of woman from Africa to Paris to California. I was doing it. And when I lost everything, guess who I had by my side? God. I had no one. I was too ashamed to tell my family members because I was taking care of everyone. I was giving everyone. So I was ashamed to tell everyone that my wife had left and she took some money and I didn't have nothing. I was facing 10 years Fed time. I just lost my job. My father had just died. All this hit me in the same summer of 2001. Yeah. And it's 2022. I have a small mansion. I have land in 3 states. I have a beautiful wife, been with her for over 15 years. I have beautiful children. I have friends of all walk of life. See, all you have to do is stay faithful. I didn't get angry. I didn't blame nobody. I did what I was supposed to do from the first. Get up and be the man that you're supposed to be. So Kwame, I respect you. And I just made this video to give you a warning. Not that I'm your enemy or you don't need no warning, but just a warning to let you know that everyone is not your friend. Satan poses as your friend. Just like Mr. Skinny had me and everyone thinking that he was your cousin. I knew it was a play cousin type thing. But if I call you my cousin, like I said you and my little brother, then I will never diss you, even if we stop being friends. How can I come back and diss you when I once said you was family? See, that's Satan. And you gotta really watch these demons. See, and you got good women by you. And I'm gonna end this video by saying that because I noticed, I said it again, that you need a team. And I pray that Allah send you some nice women to surround you because a lot of men are cutthroats. I noticed when Jesus went to the cross, it was 6 women still with him and all the men ran off and left him. See, all the men ran off and left you, but look who's still there. You surrounded by women. And I'm finna shout out to these women. I want to give a beautiful blessing to Sister T. I love you. The reason my hair is so low right now is because of Sister T. I was watching the video, her live chat, and she was talking about Skinny, and I cut my hair wrong, and that's why it's low now. So thanks to Sister T for my hair. I want to send, keep the change, keep doing your thing. Meal ticket, keep doing your thing. It's a few other women. You know, I don't really be on YouTube like that. I'm a start because I see a lot of things that need to be straightened out, especially by some elder black men who done been through things. I hear a lot of people say that you can't tell me nothing because you haven't been through it. But then when you tell them you've been through everything, they say, you can't tell me nothing. You're doing the same thing I'm doing. See, it's a reason to keep doing what you're doing because you don't want to change your lifestyle. And that's sad. We can change this overnight if we loved each other. I mean, love. I love all of y'all. And it's not no phony type thing. I really love y'all. Farrakhan taught me how to love black people, truly love black people. It ain't just telling you I love, it's showing you with actions. You know, love is a verbal noun. It's showing action. So let's show action toward one another by sending love. Like Jesus said, I can tell that you passed from death into life because you love the brotherhood. Let's stop the killing verbally before it turns physically. Love you all. Terrakan, peace, blessings. Assalamu alaikum.